Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Dark Souls. So, we have a few things to discuss today. First of all, why are we starting here? Well, that is because, last time we defeated the Moonlight Butterfly, and, we got a bunch of souls, and I wanted to maybe buy a miracle or two. So, without further ado, let's, also use our items here that we have that give us extra souls. We got a few, I think. We have a large soul of a lost and dead. This. Alright, that's 400 souls. That's not too bad. What else? We have 3 of these. Okay. I don't know how much that gives us, but we'll check in a second. And we also have the other one, like, 1,000. Alright, that's 1,000 souls. That's not too bad. Last one right here. Use item. And we also have a soul of the Moonlight Butterfly. Acquire many souls or create unique weapon. What is this? Soul of the mystical Moonlight Butterfly, which flitters in the Darkroot garden. As special beings have special souls. The butterfly's soul is a creation of Seath the Scaleless. Used to acquire a huge amount of souls or to create unique weapon. Well, I don't really know how to create said unique weapon, but I'm not going to waste this item now that it has told me that I can basically make a weapon with it, and if I use it, then I can't, so, you know, I'm gonna keep it. Alright, let's talk to this guy, so,
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Miracles, I presume?
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so let's purchase item. So what miracles do you have here? Well, first of all, right off the bat, I'm seeing that I can't really learn any of these miracles, the ones right here, or at least use them, because, I only have, 8. What's that? Is that faith, I think? Yes, I only have 8 faith, so basically I can't learn any of these. This one especially requires 18 faith. Sorry, nope. Nope, not learning you, Homeward. But I would like to learn... let's read what they say. Okay, this one, I like to learn this one. 5 uses. It takes 1 slot. I think I have 1 slot for magic, from what I could tell by looking at the status screen, and but it requires 12 faith, and I don't have 12 faith. So, well, maybe let's try leveling up a little bit
the
first,
effectiveness of the...
and then coming back. Come on, man, run away. Let's run a little bit. Run. Okay, run, fatty, because you're wearing heavy armor. All right, there we go. How about if I level up then? And I would like to level up my faith. How much can I level it up? I need 12 points? Oh, crap. Oh man, really? Really? For reals? Okay, fine. Okay, I guess we'll continue exploring and then maybe later, possibly, get our spells, I guess. Oh well, I'll see you guys in a second back in Darkroot Forest. Okay, so here we go. We're at Darkroot Forest. Let's explore this area a bit better. And, let's get to the stuff that I wanted to talk about. Well, first of all, regarding my last play session, at one point I mentioned a trick that I had found on my own about being able to retrieve souls from an arena type battle. Yeah, apparently that is not such a good idea to do, because you possibly may damage your save file, possibly even more corrupt it and not be able to continue with your game. So that is actually not a good idea unless you know what you're doing, because I don't know if you've noticed, but on the right side of the screen, on the top right, there is sometimes a flame, and that means that the game is quick saving. Like right now, there was the flame a second ago, and yeah, and when you're doing that, if you turn off the game, you possibly could damage your game file, like, permanently, and not be able to load your character. That is not worth, that trick is not worth doing, just for if you run that risk. And if you want to try it out, at least wait for that sign to disappear, and then you can turn off the console. But anyways, with that out of the way, I'm exploring this, and I have no idea where I'm going, because we haven't been here. I noticed this path here when I came back last time from fighting the Moonlight Butterfly, and we're in Darkroot Basin, because it appears that it's a completely different area. I'm actually not sure if I should be coming this way or going back to the arena with the Moonlight Butterfly, because there was another, like, path after it, and I didn't explore that, so I really don't know. What is this right here? What's happening here? What are you? You're clearly an enemy, but you disappeared. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I'll come back to this later. Let's go explore the area after the Moonlight Butterfly. That seems like a better idea right now. I thought this might be just an area with some extra enemies or something, and maybe a corpse to loot or something, but I guess that's a bad idea. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is a very nice viewer of ours, whose handle on YouTube is A Dumb Hero, was nice enough to tell me that this game apparently has important updates if you turn on your online capabilities, which I usually don't, and the reason for that is that I don't play online games much, especially on consoles. I do on Steam and stuff, but not on Xbox Live, just because I'm not fond of having to pay extra to play my online games that I've already bought. So yeah, there was an update, and it was a small update, but it is pretty meaningful, because right off the bat, what I noticed is that monsters give me tons of experience compared to before. Like that, user that also gave me this advice mentioned that I was supposed to be getting maybe around 10,000 souls or so from bosses that I've previously killed, the gargoyles and the Moonlight Butterfly, and I only got like 3,000 and 1,500 from the gargoyles. Yeah, that's I was gypped. Also, when getting here, I killed a few enemies, and I noticed that they were giving me a ton of experience. Remember those knights, those fast knights with the rapiers that we fought before, and the small shields? Those used to give me, I think, 100 souls, and I killed one earlier, and it gave me 241 or something. So you could, like, there is a big difference. Oh my god, wow, trees. 3 trees. You guys are dicks. Wow, what happened? No, let go of me. I remember this. No, stop doing that. Stop doing what you're doing. Get away from me. Get away from me. God damn it, you guys. Making me run away from you. Okay, I'm going to kill you because you're being dicks. Okay, those two are dead. You're going to be dead soon too. Not two, I guess just one died. There's some stamina. I also would like to level my vitality and my endurance a little bit further, because it's kind of low for my tastes at this point in the game. But yeah, anyways, so I pulled out my 100-meter land cable and partisan. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a lance. Oh my god, really? God, so many enemies. You're dying, and I don't want to be poisoned, so I'm just going to wait here a little bit. And then I'm going to take care of you, because you're being a dick, you stupid tree. Why is the tree attacking me? Can I even attack the tree? Certainly can. There you go. How's that? You like that? Oh, it's a sort of a chameleon type of thing. Oh, that was very, very well camouflaged over there. It's pretty cool. Let's look at the partisan, see if I can equip it, if it's much better than what I currently own. It is not much better than what I currently own. It is actually lower damage than what I currently own, so I'm going to stick with what I have right now. The base damage for the halberd was around 110, I think, and so yeah, that was lower than what I had. I'll just leave it that way. I don't know if it will be better or not. There's actually there is like a cave up here. How do you access that area? But yeah, anyways. So, oh, there's another enemy here. Aha! Now that I know that you exist, you're not going to move and I can't hit you. Okay. Aha, there you go. Take that, asshole. How's that? Aha! Aha! Okay. Well, anyways, I pulled out my 100-meter LAN cable because my modem, my router, my wireless router is extremely far away from my Xbox. It's like two rooms away, but there's a corridor in between and everything, so... Ouch, I'm gonna get hit. Okay, there you go. Alright, that was bad planning on my part. Okay, defend. This is what happens when I don't pay attention and I'm talking while I'm doing things. Okay, anyways. So yeah, I pulled it out and I upgraded the game, so now it should be in the latest update, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we have no more problems. So right off the bat, I noticed that I get more experience, but there are other things. I think that now when you die, instead of, we seeing that green thing, that green bunch of souls or whatever it was supposed to represent, now it's a blood stain. And if you get back to your blood stain, then you get your stuff back, your humanity and your souls and everything. So yeah, that happens. Also, I think, because I tested it on another save file, when you defeat monsters, instead of getting the sentence "you defeated," which makes no sense, that's English, that's not English, you now get a sentence that's something like "you are victorious," which makes tons more sense than "you defeated." Okay, so those are the changes that I've noticed, like, off the bat from playing this, but other changes might occur that I'm not aware of, but that should make the game tons easier. I was playing the game in super hard-ass mode, and yeah. So now it should be better. So let's explore this area. I haven't been here yet. What do we have here? There is a guy slouching over... The guy's dead. Oh, it looks like Andre. Watchtower basement key. Divine Ember. Homeward Bone. Okay. I don't know what half of those do, but I guess I could check out. The Homeward Bone, I think, takes me back to... what am I doing? Oh, this is two-handed mode. Didn't even want to do that. The Homeward Bone takes me back to the last bonfire that I visited? Something like that? Not sure. I really want to don't want to use this. Where's the Homeward Bone? Did I pass it? Didn't notice. Homeward Bone. There it is. Yeah, return to the last bonfire. Okay, alright. That's good, I guess. And I also got a key. And Divine Ember. What does Divine Ember do? Required for weapon ascension. Divine Embers are property of the church and intended for divine blacksmiths. Okay, I guess. That's cool, and I got a key. Alright, I don't know what the key is for, but we're sure as hell gonna find out. So I guess that now that we have explored this little area, we can return and go back to the Darkroot Basin that we found earlier. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I think that's the plan that I will follow, because this is a dead end. Unless I didn't see anything back there. But if I missed something, I'm not going back these stairs. You guys can tell me, and then I can go back and pick it up. Okay, so let's proceed with this adventure. It's actually a very sad state of the world when game developers use a technique that is used to fix bugs that have somehow managed to slip by the testing process that companies put their game through, their software through, and you exploit it to release games that aren't finished and that are clearly not ready to be sold at retail. That pisses me off, and it's usually, and I'm gonna try not to be offensive with this, but it's usually North American companies or Western companies. I shouldn't say North American, that exploit this this feature that you release an unfinished game, so because you have the possibility of later updating it through the online while using a patch. That's, yeah. It's kind of sad because, I grew up in the 90s playing video games, and back then they didn't have that capability. So, games that were released, they were finished. They had to be, because there was no way to fix, bugs and stuff later on. No, yeah, they were finished. They were done. And yeah, it kind of annoys me, because not everyone has an internet connection. I know most people do, and especially their target audience does. Like, most people have internet connections today, but some don't. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to play the updated game. And that kind of grinds my gears a little bit, I guess. Alright, but enough about that. Let's proceed with our adventure here and explore the Darkroot Basin. Hopefully we'll find other enemies that will not piss me off. And we'll get more souls, because I need to, I think, 2 more levels in Faith to be able to possibly at one point have miracles. That would be just fantastic. That would be great. Okay, back at Darkroot Basin. So I was reading into, From Software. Those are the guys that made this game. They were, and I was very, I wasn't expecting that they are a Japanese company. I thought they were a Western company just because of the look of the game, because it looks Western. But it's pretty cool. It's a very good game, and it's awesome. But yeah, they were founded in 1986, I think. That's the year that I was born, by the way. And they have been around for a long time, but what, leather armor? Okay. And, okay, this is gear for Ranger, I guess. Not for Ranger, that's a term, the Final Fantasy universe term for, you know, Archer. So what do we get here? We got nothing like this. We got a body piece that was leather armor. Okay, so the leather armor is slightly worse than what I have, but the Wonder Coat is, you know, upgraded twice, and this one is upgraded nothing. It isn't upgraded, and it has absolutely no advantage, I think. Okay, so let's proceed here. Okay, so I got this, and where do I go now? There is a path down there. How do I go there? Do I just fall down? I really didn't want to get hurt.